Hey dream builder, have you ever seen a young tree in the forest? It doesn't waste time looking at other trees. It simply grows toward the sunlight. But here's what's crazy. We humans do the opposite. We spend our time watching what everyone else is doing instead of growing into who we're meant to be. Let me share something I saw yesterday. I was at a coffee shop and watched a young woman take 15 pictures of her coffee cup, trying to make it look perfect for social media. She spent so much time trying to copy other coffee photos she saw online that her coffee got cold. She never even enjoyed it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. We're so busy trying to look like we're living that we forget to actually live. Think about your own life for a minute. Maybe you've stopped posting about your fitness journey because someone else at your gym is getting better results. Or maybe you've got a small business, but you're afraid to share it because other business owners seem more successful. Maybe you've even given up on a dream because someone told you that's not how it's done. I know a guy, let's call him Mike, who wanted to start a food truck. But instead of just starting, he spent months watching other food truck owners on social media. He kept saying, I'll start when I can do it like they do. He wanted the perfect truck, the perfect menu, the perfect logo. One day I asked him, Mike, if all these other food trucks disappeared tomorrow, what would your perfect food truck look like? He got quiet, then smiled and said, actually, I'd do it completely different. Today, Mike has one of the most popular food trucks in our city because he finally stopped copying and started creating. Think about it. Right now, you're probably spending hours watching other people's lives on social media, feeling bad about yourself, comparing your real life to their highlight reel. I want you to know it's not your fault. Our world makes it super easy to fall into this trap. Let me tell you about Sarah. She's a mom who followed all these perfect mom influencers online. She felt terrible because her house wasn't as clean, her kids weren't always perfectly dressed, and she couldn't make those picture-perfect lunches. She was so busy trying to copy these other moms that she missed the fact that her kids loved her silly bedhead morning dance parties and her messy but fun cooking adventures. When she finally stopped following those accounts, guess what happened? She became a happier mom because she was being herself. Then there's Marcus, who kept comparing his workout progress to fitness models online. He almost gave up because he wasn't getting their results. But here's what he didn't know. Those perfect gym photos, many are taken with perfect lighting, special angles, and yes, sometimes even edited. When Marcus started focusing on his own progress, taking pride in his own small wins, he actually started seeing better results. Let me tell you a story from my own life. 10 years ago, I was stuck. Really stuck. Every morning, I'd wake up and check my phone. I'd see posts about people buying fancy cars, getting dream jobs, or going on amazing trips. I'd feel worse and worse about my own life. I was so busy watching others succeed that I forgot to work on my own success. I remember this one day I spent 3 whole hours, scrolling through posts of people's perfect home offices. Instead of actually working, I was just looking at pictures of other people's workspaces. That's when it hit me. I was treating life like a spectator sport instead of getting in the game. But everything changed when I found an old book in a dusty corner of a bookshop. It was written by a wise leader named Marcus Aurelius. He said something so simple, yet so powerful. Look inside yourself. That's where you'll find all the good stuff. Those words hit me hard because they were so true. Here's what I learned, Dream Builder. Your phone, your computer, your TV, they're all designed to keep you looking at other people's lives. But every minute you spend watching others is a minute you're not building your own amazing life. It's like watching cooking shows all day, but never stepping into the kitchen to make your own delicious meal. Let me tell you about Alex. He wanted to be a writer, but spent years just following other authors online. He'd say, "My stories aren't as good as theirs," or "They have better ideas." One day, he tried something different. He deleted his social media apps for just 1 week and spent that time actually writing. Know what happened? He finished his first short story. It wasn't perfect, but it was his story told his way. Or think about Jamie, who wanted to start a YouTube channel but kept comparing herself to big YouTubers. Their videos are so perfect, she'd say. Their lighting is better, their editing is smoother. She almost gave up before starting. Then she remembered something important. Every big YouTuber started somewhere. Their first videos weren't perfect either. So she started with just her phone and basic editing. Now she has a growing channel because her audience connects with her realness. The worst part about constant comparison, while you're busy watching others, your own dreams are sitting on a shelf collecting dust. Your special talents, the unique gifts only you can give to the world, they're all waiting for you to stop watching and start doing. I see this all the time with new entrepreneurs. They get so caught up watching what their competitors are doing that they forget why they started their business in the first place. Like Lisa, who wanted to open a bakery. She kept copying other bakeries' designs and menus until one day she remembered people loved her unique recipes. When she started baking her way, her business took off. But don't worry, I'm not here to make you feel bad. I'm here to share 3 simple but powerful tools that changed my life. These aren't complicated. You don't need special equipment. You just need yourself and a willingness to try something new. The first tool is what I call the morning mirror talk. It's super simple. Every morning, before you check your phone, before you turn on your TV, before the world starts telling you who to be, just take 5 minutes for yourself. Find a quiet spot and ask yourself 3 easy questions. What's one truth I've been avoiding? What's one thing I'm really good at that I'm not using? What's one small step I'm scared to take? Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds too simple to work. But here's the thing. Dream builders sometimes, the simplest tools, are the most powerful. Think about a hammer. It's just a piece of metal and wood, but it can help build entire houses. These questions are your tools for building a better life. The second tool is called the Win Book. This isn't like other journals. You don't have to write a lot or be a good writer. Each night before bed, just write down 3 things. 1 small step you took toward your dreams today, 1 problem you faced and how you handled it, 1 thing you did well today. This is just for you. No one else needs to see it. It's like having a private cheerleader keeping track of all your wins, no matter how small they seem. The third tool is my favorite. I call it the Sunday Dream Time. Once a week, usually on Sunday, take a piece of paper and finish this sentence. If no one was watching, if I couldn't fail, if I was the only person on earth, I would This helps you find what you really want, not what others say you should want. Let me tell you about Carlos. He used these tools for just 1 month. At first he felt silly, especially with the morning mirror talk. But slowly, things started to change. He realized he'd been copying his brother's career path instead of following his own dreams. Through his Sunday dream time, he remembered his passion for teaching kids. Today he's building his own after-school program. It's not perfect, but it's perfectly him. Or take Rachel, who used the Win book to break free from comparing her weight loss journey to others. Instead of focusing on someone else's progress, she started celebrating her own wins. Walked for 10 minutes, became a victory. Chose water instead of soda, became a win. Those small celebrations kept her going when she wanted to quit. Let me tell you what happened when I started using these tools. My whole life changed, not overnight. Real change takes time, but step by step, I stopped copying others and started creating my own path. My work got better because I was doing things my way. My friendships got stronger because I was being real. My life got richer because I was finally being me. Now, it's your turn, Dream Builder. Right now, in this moment, I want you to do something brave. Close your eyes. Take a big, deep breath. For the next minute, imagine your life 1 year from now. But here's the key. Don't imagine having what others have. Imagine being completely, totally, amazingly you. Feel how good it feels to walk your own path. Feel how peaceful it is to stop comparing yourself to others. Feel how exciting it is to use your own special talents. After this video, I want you to take 4 simple steps. Find a notebook, any notebook, and make it your win book. Set your alarm just 15 minutes earlier for your morning mirror talk. Write those 3 questions on a sticky note. Put it where you'll see it every morning. Pick a quiet time every Sunday for your dream time. Remember that tree I talked about at the start? It grows tall and strong because it focuses on its own growth. It doesn't worry about being like other trees. It just reaches for the sun and grows deep roots. You're like that tree, dream builder. You're not meant to be a copy of someone else. You're meant to be you, the most amazing version of you possible. This is your time, your story, your adventure. Stop watching from the sidelines. It's time to get in the game and play your way. Think about it, dream builder. Every single person you admire started somewhere. They all had day one. They all had moments of doubt. But they kept going because they focused on their own path, not someone else's. I want you to try something right now. Think of the last time you felt bad comparing yourself to someone else. Now imagine if you had spent that same time and energy working on your own goals. Really think about it. All that worry, all that stress, all that time spent comparing. What if you used it for building instead? Here's what's really cool. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be a little better today than you were yesterday. That's it. Small steps every day. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. Every time you watch one of my videos, know that I'm in your corner, cheering you on, believing in you, even when you might not believe in yourself. Until next time, Dream Builder, keep growing, keep dreaming, and most importantly, keep being beautifully, uniquely you. Your time is now. Let's make it count.